Welcome back to BlackTideTV. Today we're doing the final mission in the campaign. This is the Black Garden mission. I've skipped all the way to the end because the battle actually took me 10 minutes, the final boss battle, because I died once or twice in there. So I just decided to start it from here and just talk during this part. So I don't have like a really huge long commentary, and I can really get right to the point with the commentary. And the commentary, while I'm on that topic, is going to be of the campaign mode and why it kind of seemed like it was very screwy when the game first came out. This isn't the Taken King campaign that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the original campaign of the entire story. Like when this game launched, why the campaign was so weird and why it was so just felt so wrong. So there was a recent interview where a lot of anonymous sources, quote-unquote anonymous sources, went and talked to Kotaku, which is like a major news outlet. But don't go to Kotaku. Go to Gameskinny.com because that's where I write for. But they went to Kotaku and they were talking to them about why the whole game got kind of screwed up. And the general consensus is that the story was written without writers. Is that the writers made like this great big this cut of the game, of what they were going to do in the game, just to get a thumbs up from the senior editors, and they just wanted to show the lead guys what the game was going to be about. Just a very brief, like very simple supercut where they were just going to explain very quickly, like in a two hour like cutscene thing, how the story was going to develop. And the developers hated it. Like the senior guys, they didn't like it at all, and they told the writers to go back and do it again. Well, of course, the writers didn't have much time. This is like a year before the game had to come out, so they didn't have a whole ton of time to come up with a whole new story. So the developers, or not, I keep saying the developers, the senior, like the lead hands, ended up taking control of the project, and they basically went back and they just grabbed a whole bunch of existing stuff out of the story that the writers made, and they patched it all together with a bunch of different parts that they kind of threw in themselves. And essentially what that did was it completely disrupted the whole storyline. What characters were in where, what planets we went to first, what places and stuff we went to in the story. And that's essentially why the story seems like it's so rushed, because it was a super rushed job. The real writers worked on something and they had something prepared, and the lead guys thought it was too, quote, campy and linear. So they didn't think that it was a big enough story. They didn't think it was a crazy enough, like going different places kind of story, which it didn't end up doing anyways. So I don't know why they would have changed it from the original script, because the original script, considering it was supposed to be campy and linear, so was the final product. So the whole campaign was a huge rush job, and that is why the campaign felt so damaged when this game first came out. Now, of course, today we have a brand new campaign. Well, not really brand new. It's kind of like parts of the old campaign with parts of the new campaign. They really have tried to, like, Bungie's really tried to outdo themselves and make a brand new kind of game. So they're really doing this. They're really working hard at making the game right. They're really trying to rectify what they did wrong, and I think it's really cool that they're doing that. How they keep going back. They keep, even though it's not really affecting the players that have already completed the story missions and stuff, they're still going back and they're still trying to fix the story so that it makes sense from the first time. So I know a lot of players have like all three of their characters maxed out, and they don't even, this isn't even going to affect them. But if you do go back and start a new character and play the story again, it is it's much more, makes more sense now. With certain characters are now giving you missions, and certain characters are interacting with you more and interacting with you in different ways, and it makes a huge difference in the game. So I'm really glad that they're doing that. I'm really glad that they've gone back and they're trying to fix what they did wrong. And it's just a real shame that they did screw up from the beginning. If we ever do get a second Destiny game, if that's considering this game doesn't actually last for 10 years like they think it will, if we ever do get a second Destiny game, I really hope that they have the writers working on it long in advance. Have the writers working hand in hand with the lead hands and hand in hand with the senior guys, so that they can all work together to find a good, like a good product, like a very, very good storyline from the get-go, so that we don't have two different teams of writers trying to fix something up really quick, because one group might have screwed up somehow. And we don't know, like the public doesn't know the very first script of Destiny, so I mean, it could have been good. It could have just been some asshole lead hand that didn't like it, and they decided to scrap it all because he was going to do something about it, because he was like maybe we had like a really kind of asshole kind of person in the lead. So it really could have been a good story. It ended up being kind of crappy. It kind of ended up and it ended up what the senior guys didn't want it to be in the first place. So like I said, hopefully if we ever do get a second Destiny game, they'll work on the story. I know they've been working really hard on the story in expansions and stuff. As the expansions come out, they're really making a difference. They're really getting better every time. The story's getting more involved. Like, you actually get involved with the story. Your character actually has like something to do with the story now. It's not just completely random. So it's really cool that way. And I like how they're doing that. They're including stuff that the senior guys left out from the original script, like the Dreadnought. I have not played the Dreadnought yet. We probably will be getting into that in this channel, and I would really love to play the Dreadnought. I can't wait to play the Dreadnought. And that is actually one of the places that the senior guys left out of the original script. Damn it! Look at me trying to do a 360 no scope for the win, and I get killed. So. Here goes take number 2. I think this time I actually get it, because I stopped being an idiot when I'm trying to kill the last guy. So I'm just really glad that Destiny developers and stuff, and the writers, they're really working hard, and they're making the expansions to the best of their abilities, and it's going really great, and it's really good. Destiny experience is very, very good now, and I really think they did a great job at remastering the whole campaign and stuff. Even though it still is lacking in some areas, they did a great job of remastering it, because before it wasn't super special, and now it's actually beginning to be like interactive with the player, and different characters are giving you different missions, and it just makes more sense as a whole story. Now they really need to get into some more broader horizons. We need to go to new places. We can't just keep doing the same missions in the same spots all the time. We definitely need to be introduced to some new planets, some new solar systems, or even some new places on those planets, like on Earth. Earth is a big place. Why are we only in Russia? Why can't we go somewhere else? Is the whole world like ripped apart, or is Russia all that's left? I don't think so. So we really need to see the story go elsewhere on the planets that we already have, as well as getting into new planets. So hopefully they get into some future expansions. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, give it a like. Comment down below what you'd like to see from the future of the writing team on Destiny, and comment also what you think about this, about how the senior team actually took the reins and basically canceled the entire original script and did a whole new writing of the entire script and stuff. Tell me what you think about that in the comment section down below. Add this video to your favorites so you can watch it again. Share it with all your friends so they can watch it and enjoy it. Subscribe for more daily gaming goodness. This was going to be the final video of Destiny Week, but I still have tomorrow, so I'm probably going to release a couple more videos in Destiny Week. We'll probably end it with a live commentary of the Crota's End, or not the Crota's End, what's it called? The Will of Crota strike, where we're going to take on Omnigul. So that's going to be really cool. I hope you join me for that. That'll be really great. Thanks a lot for watching this video one more time, guys. I'll see you guys on the next Destiny video right here on BlackTideTV.